Hey, I'm Jake.
And I'm Brock.
And this is Smart Tech Reviews, brought to you by Smart Deploy, where we provide unbiased, unsponsored reviews of technology aimed at corporate environments.
That's right. If sysadmins manage it, we review it. And today we've got kind of a special episode going on because we're not reviewing one, we're reviewing 3 different microphones.
Yeah, we're actually going to be comparing these 3 on price points, on use cases, and you can decide which one of them you might need for your corporate environment. So before we get going, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments below telling us what you would like us to review next.
That's right.
Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah. That was
This is weak. Very sad.
Okay, we're here on the show, and we are comparing 3 microphones at 3 different price points today.
Yeah, I mean, microphones are kind of a hot topic since the whole work from home thing started. You know, people are remote. They're doing web conferencing.
They're starting their own indie music production startups.
Yeah, and, you know, podcasts are blowing up too.
Everyone has a podcast.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's only a matter of time, Brock. But
right.
So today we're going to decide which mic is best for which of those scenarios, whether it's a Zoom call at work, podcast, music, any of that. And if you are a sysadmin thinking about what mic to buy for your end users or buy for your manager or your CEO, what might work best there. So let's start by, let's go by price ascending. Okay.
Right.
So we're going to start with the lowest priced option, which is right here. This is our FIFINE.
That's right. The K669B, which can be found on Amazon. Pretty cheap, too. What price point are we talking about?
The FIFINE runs at about $30 or so.
$30.
Sometimes on sale. I think it's just usually on average around that price point. So pretty affordable. It comes with a little tripod, which is nice. You can it's a nice little fixture on your desk. Little gain knob here.
Yeah, it's got a dedicated USB cable to it. You can't unplug that thing. But it's long enough, you know, to maneuver around your desk.
That's right. And so you having used one of these before, what are our first things that we need to know about the FIFINE?
For the price point, it's really good, actually. I mean, one, it looks good. It's not a bad, like, you know, you think of like a $20 or $30 microphone, you think you might be getting like an eyesore that you don't want to put on people's desks. But no, I mean, this is a good looking device. Put it on your desk. It kind of tucks away. It's got a good mounting system to it. And for the price point, I mean, gosh, even just a little bit of money really goes a long way when it comes to microphones.
That's right. Yeah, and I think the build quality looks nice. It looks like a sleek little microphone. As far as functionality, there's not going to be any customizable EQ. There's not going to be any built-in, there's a little bit of built-in compression because it is a step up from, like, say, a webcam.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When we cut to our mic tests in a moment where we show you how each of these sound, you'll see that even this small investment of a $30 microphone is leagues above just using your webcam.
Exactly. It goes a long ways. The other thing about it is this is just plug and play. You know, you plug it into your computer, you'll see your computer detect it, and it'll just start installing the drivers, and that's all there is to it. And as far as, like, you know, coming from a sysadmin's point of view, I really like that, you know, especially if I'm giving this to a user and I'm not actually setting it up for them, especially if it's a work from home person. I'm shipping this to them. All I have to worry about is they plug it in and it works, right? So I don't have to worry about extra software to download, updates, things like that. You plug it in and it's good to go.
Yep. Pretty much same thing with, let's hop to the next mic that we're going to be reviewing, which is our Blue Yeti, which runs at about $100 price point. So it's our middle tier. It's very much plug and play. Just throw it in there. You've got some different patterns, but we're going to let our audio professional take you through that. But that is about your middle tier. A lot of podcasters love the Blue Yeti. A lot of Twitch streamers love that mic. It's kind of a go-to household name in terms of mics.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't going to recognize this, the FIFINE. I mean, it's kind of a no-name product, I would say. But you get up to the Blue Yeti, I think most people have heard about it at this point.
Yeah.
That is kind of that entry-level, like, high-quality sound barrier that people are getting into. It does sound good. It seems like it's constructed really well. It's a little bit big, though, to just put on, if you were looking at giving these to users, I mean, it takes up some space and it's got some height to it.
And some weight.
With
that being said, it is a popular option if the $100 price point is where you're looking. The Blue Yeti is solid. We'll let you hear the tests in a moment, but we're just going to introduce our third mic and our highest tier mic in terms of price for today, and that's the Shure MV7. That's this guy right here in the middle. The Shure is by far the most advanced and highest quality of the three, but of course it runs at about a $250 price point. This is a very popular mic for indie music recorders and podcasters alike.
Yeah, this mic to me really says like production quality. If you're producing something that's going, on YouTube, producing podcasts, things like that, that's where I think this really starts to fit in. It hits that price point. It hits that quality, kind of hits the functionality that you need for those things as well.
Yep. It comes as shown. It comes on a little mount there that you have to get your own mic stand with it. So that's something to consider. It doesn't come with a standalone.
Then I take back everything I said. It's terrible.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. No, give me a base. No, it's fine. It's great. Like, just get yourself a basic stand and you'll be all right. It does have a software that once you plug it in, you can plug it in using XLR or USB. And once it's plugged in, if you're using USB on the computer, it has a little software that pops up and it allows you to customize the EQ, the compression, the shape of the audio, and the gain right there in this little software panel, which is super nice. I've used it and I think it's very fun. You can build your own little audio profiles with it, or you can just plug it XLR directly into a preamp and use it, which is what I use it for when we produce our podcast. We have 5 of these little guys.
Yeah, and I think that's what people really need access to at that level. But again, if you're looking at giving something to a user, I mean, that's going to bring down the experience because they're not going to want to have to deal with that. They're not going to, they're just going to have questions like, what is the software that's trying to install?
Yeah.
What are these equalizers? They just want something that they can plug in, use, and sound good.
And it's a high price point if you're going to buy a lot of them for a bunch of different end users.
Right.
$250 a pop, that's going to add up quick. But if you, in your department, your creative department is going to be doing podcasts, making YouTube videos, and they need high quality audio, I really like that mic. So
you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. Without further ado, I think we should kick it over to our resident audio professional, somebody we've brought in from the depths of radio itself, somebody who knows these mics in and out, who can dissect them using nothing but a bobby pin and a container of floss.
Kind of a microphone wizard, I would say.
He is. His name's Kelly, and we're going to pass it over to him so that he can give you an audio test on how each of these bad boys sound.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
So this is the Logitech Brio microphone for the webcam. We just wanted to throw this at you so you can really kind of begin to understand how much audio quality can improve just with a minimal investment. I mean, $30 to $100 to up to a couple $100. You can get really big leaps in your audio quality.
All right. Thank you, Kelly, for your knowledge. As always, that was very helpful. You got to hear how each of these sound.
Yeah, and Kelly, I'm very envious of your voice. Sorry you have to listen to mine.
It's buttery.
It's smooth.
There's no getting around it.
And I just want to emphasize that no matter what mic you decide to go with, you will not sound like Kelly. So just, keep your expectations where they should be.
The mic does not the radio voice make. It's a given talent from birth. But our final thoughts for these guys, they're each going to have different use cases in the corporate environment. The FIFINE mic is probably going to be what's most purchased, especially if departments are trying to save money, and most departments are trying to save money. It's a $30 mic that does the job, that upgrades your audio quality, and you can buy it in bulk for not breaking the bank.
Right. As a sysadmin, that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the price because a lot of times you're having to buy these things, maybe put in an order for 30 of them, maybe even 50 of them, depending on how many users you're setting up. But you want something that's affordable, that you can buy in bulk, something that you can just give to your user and it's going to work, and something you don't have to worry about. You plug it in, They sound good. The price point is there. It's small enough that it can fit on anybody's desk. Nothing to worry about.
Yep. And then your Blue Yeti is right in between the two, where it's plug and play, low maintenance, a little pricier and higher quality. And then the Shure MV7 is going to be your most advanced mic of the three. All very good options. Since it's a bit of a different episode, we're not really going to score it, right? Because it's more of these have their different uses in different situations and depending on what you can afford.
Instead of a score, what I would say, if you're buying something in mass, I would go with the FIFINE. If you have like a director, executive, something like that, that's like, hey, I want a good mic, I'm doing tons of Zoom calls, things like that, then I would go with the Blue Yeti. And then again, if you're producing something, podcasts, videos, things like that, making content, then the Shure's the way to go.
That's right. I think that about wraps it up for Smart Tech Reviews today on our mic comparison. We hope that you found some useful information here. I'm curious on what mic you're using, so drop it in the chat if you have any of these at your office or your home. And also let us know in the comments what you'd like us to review next. It could be microphones, laptops, monitors, mice, any sort of peripherals that you can think of. We want to hear from you.
That's right.
So also like and subscribe, guys. Thanks so much for being part of Smart Tech Reviews and for listening to our next episode. We'll be back soon with another one. I'm Jake.
I'm Brock.
Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, you gotta straighten this out. Don't forget, mates, when it comes to microphones, more control, more better. It's just the best. Alright, mate. Have a good one.